this is really weird recording like this, but hey everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. Um, Recently I saw the Internship starring Vince Vaughn and Wilson, and the purpose that I'm wearing these are um, in Homestuck. Solix is a computer programmer, so is Karkit, but I could definitely see both of these characters emerging in the film itself. I thought, that could be perfect voice for Solix, and this would be a perfect Karkit. And there was another character named Graham who would be an absolute excellent character voice for Eridan, just because he was such a pompous a-hole. Um, the story is about these two friends who are they're working. This is just weird. Sorry. They're working together as watch salesmen. Then they find that John Goodman is their boss, and this is his cameo role. And they find that they're out of a job. Unfortunately, they get fired, and it's like, you two are dinosaurs. You're obsolete, and nobody uses watches anymore. Wrongo. I do. But anywho, maybe I'm one of those dinosaurs of which he spoke. But anyway, they're let go from their job, and they have to find a new one. And Owen's character, his name's Nick, and Vince's character, Bill, they have to find new sources of employment ASAP. And of course, Bill starts doing some research. He's kind of feeling down on his luck. He just feels absolutely horrible, and he finds an internship at Google, while Nick goes off to work for a mattress salesperson who is played, believe it or not, by Will Ferrell. No one told me Will Ferrell was going to be in this movie. I thought, I had a little fangirl moment there, because I love Will, and seeing him in a new film, I just thought, yay. He played the perfect jerk. He was a complete d-bag, and you just wanted to hate him. And he talks about anal sex too, which was kind of disconcerting, but it was funny in the context that he presented it in. And he always plays these roles very very well, I feel, and it was absolutely outstanding. Um, he he was just a classic jerk with sex on his mind. Um, Later on in the film, Bill and Nick actually do get invited to their externship, and they make it in the doors, and they make these new friends. And the main character that they meet, Lyle, oh my goodness gracious, he reminded me so much of myself. I thought, that is me right there. Lyle is me. He's a carbon copy of myself, swearsies. And sometimes I talk exactly like Lyle does, and I thought, oh dear Lord, it's a good thing I can laugh about it, because normally I would probably cry myself into a corner. But I found myself relating quite a bit to Lyle and his antics, and the way he spoke, and how he couldn't get the time of day from people that he liked. Yeah, I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt. This movie is really quite enlightening, and I just found that it was very well written. Sean Levy was the one who wrote the script. And a little bit of trivia, he's the one in the sleep pod in one of the scenes, and a couple of people in his family were actually involved as cast members. I thought, ooh, sweet, I would love to have been related to Mr. Levy, as I could have had a part in that movie. But there are lots of references made in this film to different nerdy things like Star Wars and cosplay and anime, even one to hentai, which I thought was very funny. And I was in the in the audience laughing at all these jokes, particularly at Lyle saying Wonder Twin powers activate. This is awesome. But I thought, this is right. This is really up my alley, and I was laughing my butt off. And there have been a lot of reviews about this. Some have been panning it and they're saying, "Oh, it's terrible. It's mediocre. It's tripe. It's fecal matter. Don't see it." Don't pay attention to that. It's friggin' Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. I mean, the best comedy duo of all time. Plus, you got Will Ferrell, man, and he just plays a bully that nobody likes, and this high and mighty boss with power issues, basically, and just needs to be slapped silly. But he actually plays that role absolutely beautifully, and he provides a good part. And later on, I just kept seeing Homestuck characters in this so much. I thought, oh my gosh, Leia could have been Nepeta, and Lyle could have been, well, I think Yo-Yo was Solix, because he kept punishing himself. Either Solix or Karkat. I wasn't sure if I thought maybe he could be Karkat. Lyle could probably be Solix. I'm not sure who Stewie could have been. He's always looking things up, and But I know Vince Vaughn, his character, I would have to say Equius. I don't know why I'm saying that, but maybe just because he's so tall and masculine and buff. Owen Wilson, I'm not sure though. They I just kept seeing Homestuck characters for some strange reason, and it was the most unusual thing. And the fact that it takes place at Google was awesome. It just really was incredible, and it's just such an uplifting film. And Sean Levy, his writing is so fast-paced and witty, and it's like drinking sparkling grape cocktail, because it's so effervescent and lively and bubbly and very refreshing. I loved every second of it, and I was uplifted by it, and I totally relate to Lyle. I mean, I am so much like him, and it's not even funny. But in the end, the geeks shall inherit the earth. Well, yeah. But there is another cameo within the film near the ending with the senior citizens, and I know he's familiar, but I don't know from where, and it's driving me crazy. If anybody could please look it up for me, I would forever be in your debt. Please, 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 with maraschino's on top. I think that people who are into culture references, particularly those from the 80s, will love this. References to comic book characters, technological references of some really funny racist jokes. I mean, they are racist, but in context they are absolutely hysterical. One of my favorite lines was, he could sell prosciutto to a rabbi, and I was just laughing my butt off at that. There are just so many funny scenes in this, including the Quidditch scene was by far my absolute favorite moment, other than at the very beginning when Owen and Vince are singing "Isn't It Ironic?" and then later on they sing it in the car, and they just had gotten fired, and he says to him, "Don't, for the love of God, let it play. Let it play." And it's just, there's so many things. You have to see it twice, because the references, they just swoop past you. They're just rapid, viciously quick, and you gotta be really on your toes to get them, and you have to be super astute. But if you're like me, and yeah, I'm flying my geek flag pretty higher. I mean, look at my 3D glasses, for heaven's sake. then this will be right up your alley. This will be your cup of tea, and you'll be in your happy place. Yay! I mean, I know I was. I was completely in nirvana the whole time. I thought this is geek heaven for me. I understood everything that was going on, and the fact that it takes place in a company that I would love to work for, though I don't know that they would ever hire me. Yeah, I'm just saying. I would probably be considered one of the older set of the people, but who cares? But even if it is kind of dubious that anybody out just off the street with no skills would get a job like that, the whole logical process. They just throw that out the window. They're really, you just sit back and enjoy it. It's not really anything that should be considered. Sorry, tripping over my own tongue here. It's just a really wonderful film, and I highly recommend it for anybody out there who is an Owen Wilson fan, Vince Vaughn. It's by far the funniest film I've seen this summer. It's a great comedy, and it's very enlightening too. It makes you feel good, and even though you know what's going to happen, I mean, there's some twists and turns in the film that take you by surprise as well, even though you know where the mechanism is taking you. Um, I don't know if there are any other people out there who see Homestuck references in this. I know I did. Maybe it's because I'm, so into Homestuck now, but I thought, oh my god, yeah, these characters. There's so many different people in here who could be Harkat or Solux, and they would work perfectly. And there are people in here that could be the fairy Pisces, and it just I kept having that happen, and I'm so sorry for all that ridiculous banter, but it's kind of the thing that I'm semi uh obsessed. Well, I won't say obsessed with. It's just something I enjoy. I'm not one of those people. I won't. I have a life. I'm not going to come up to you and say, "Let me tell you about Homestuck." No, I won't do that. Just so we're square on that and not obtuse or a parallelogram or any other form of shape that you can possibly imagine. Anyway, I love this film. This is a absolutely spectacular, hysterical film. It'll make you laugh and cry, and you'll feel good seeing it. It's just, all about camaraderie and how the underdogs basically they get the upper hand, and it's just that kind of a story. And there's a happy ending too, so that also made me feel good. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned from it, and I think that like Lyle, eventually I will find my saffron. Where's my saffron? I need to know where my saffron is. So I haven't found my saffron yet, but I know eventually that I will find my saffron. So wherever you are, saffron, I'm coming for you. Actually, are you coming for me? Whichever. Come at me, bro. But the movie itself is, it's just so beyond all my expectations that my dad and I just absolutely loved it. I was just having a blast. I give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. Go see it. It's awesome. Do it. I command you. But I'm saying that in the nicest way possible, by the way, too. Um, you will love it. Believe me, you will. And it's wearing these 3D glasses is weirding me out right now. But I shall see you later. So until the next time I see you, live long and prosper. Nanu.